A lot more one-on-ones. Whether that's accurate or not, I'll let you be the judge. Kęstutis Kemzūra replaced Ramunas Butatas at the helm. Kemzūra coached Latvia's national team last year, but he is a Lithuanian. For the United States, Durant, Odom, Phillips, Rose, and Iguodala.
It's going to be fascinating to see what the Americans do about a certain Linus Kleiser and vice versa. Who on earth is going to take Kevin Durant? Well, the Lithuanians surprised us all the other night when they put Robertas Javtogas, gave him the assignment of stopping a certain Luis Scola, and it worked.
Well, you saw Mike Krzyzewski. He's been at the helm since the 2006 FIBA World Championship. He's led them to a bronze medal at the FIBA World Championship 4 years ago in Japan, and the gold medal at the FIBA Americas Championship, which followed, as well as a gold medal at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. The United States didn't play at the FIBA Americas Championship last year. They qualified automatically for the FIBA World Championship by winning the Olympic title. Welcome to Istanbul. It's semifinals Saturday. Lithuania taking on the United States in the opener. Serbia going up against host Turkey in the nightcap. And right now, the USA players and Lithuania players being introduced to the crowd here in the Sinan Erdem Dome. Lithuania's fans have managed to get some of the tickets to get into this place. The place is going to be absolutely chock-a-block full, heaving with Turkish fans later tonight. Lithuania really turned it on against Argentina the other night in frightening fashion. I'm sure they got the attention of the Americans. But so far, the Americans, like the Lithuanians, have yet to lose in this FIBA World Championship. Kevin Durant, having started slowly against Russia, ended up with 33 points, showing his quality. And those passionate Lithuanian fans really tell the story of their country. I mean, it is a country where a child is born with a basketball immediately put in his hands or her hands.
And as soon as they go to school, I think they are taught to lip read. They're the noisiest fans in Turkey tonight, so far anyway.
USA opened the tournament with a win over Croatia. Then they beat Slovenia, Brazil, Iran, Tunisia. They had probably the easiest of all the 8 finals against Angola, whipping them 121-66, and then had an uncomfortable game against Russia, which they eventually won 89-79. For Lithuania, they needed a wild card just to play at this 24-team event. With Linus Kleiser confirming his presence, the 25-year-old star, they showed up to beat New Zealand, Canada, and then raised eyebrows when they came from behind for the second straight game and beat Spain. They overcame France and Lebanon. Okay, they had not the most impressive win against China, but boy, against Argentina, did they really turn it on, winning 104-85. Which Lithuania are we going to see tonight? Which United States are we going to see tonight? I'm pretty sure it's going to be an interesting and very competitive game. Lithuania will want to get off to a fast start, as they did, but they have proved they can come from behind. Well, hello, basketball world. You are looking down at center court here in the Sinan Erdem Dome. It's semifinals Saturday at the FIBA World Championship. Lithuania and the United States. A battle of unbeatens is underway, and Derrick Rose, immediately with the United States, passes up the jumper and hands it off to Kevin Durant. Durant. Phillips now, guarded by Pošius. And strong board work from Javtogas. Lamar Odom unable to come down with the board, and it's Mantas Kalnietis who started for Lithuania at the last World Championship. Now, much more experienced, hands it off to Kleiser. Kleiser guarded by Iguodala. Over to Mashulis. Michulis pulls up. And Yaptokas with the board, and the captain sees his shot hit the front of the rim and the back of the rim. Odom between his legs, outside to Billups. And Billups drives in, is blocked by Yaptokas. Plays it with his head up, finds Kaunietis, who drives in and scores, and already the Lithuanians are off and running. That is exactly what Mike Krzyzewski did not want. Kevin Durant for three. Yaptokas with the rebound. Yaptokas very active. How crucial is he to this Lithuanian team with his size? The bounce pass into Yaptokas, and he scores with the left hand.
Yaptokas, the man of the game so far. 2 rebounds on defense, and this Lithuanian zone is really confusing the Americans. In fact, have they switched from a man? No, they're still in the zone.
Durant fades back and drains the jumper. What a terrific story this United States team is. None of the Olympic players have shown up. They've put this team together from the national team squad that they've constructed, and they've yet to lose. But it looks like they're going to have quite a battle on their hands tonight.
Andre Iguodala there wanted a jump ball, but he just grabbed the arm of Yaptokas.
Iguodala has started all the games for the United States. Kaunietis almost threw it over the head of Kleza. And the pass down low to Kleza. And good hands from the Americans to knock it away. Here comes Derrick Rose. Quickly to the other end, leaves his feet.
Oh, offensive.
And he's calling a charge, I think, with his elbow to push off, or his forearm. Let's have a look at it. Well, he definitely used his forearm to kind of get some space. I'm not sure how much he pushed him. The referee right on the call. Kaunietis. USA trying to pick up the defense. Kaunietis comes up top. Dumps it to Yaptokas again. And Yaptokas goes up.
Well, despite terrific defense from the Americans, well aware of the threat from three-point range that Lithuania pose. Lithuania have gone inside 3 times now.
Iguodala now. Over to Kevin Durant for 3. Good. He has got ice running in his veins. Kevin Durant loves the pressure. Kevin Durant just looked up and saw those Lithuanian fans making so much noise in here. Great hands from Iguodala. And Kaunietis reaches in and prevents the fast break. Iguodala, believing there should have been an unsportsmanlike foul called, but he was going for the ball.
Yeah, no clear path foul there, and 2 turnovers against Lithuania's number 11, Linus Kleza. He's upset with himself, but his team leads 6-5.
Boy, you seem to be taking your life in your own hands if you step in front of Iguodala. He's a big man. Billups now inside to Odom, and Odom. The United States now in front for the first time in the game. Michulis. Good hands from Iguodala. He is active tonight.
And Linus Kleza having more than a friendly chat with the referee. And the referee wants to have a little talk back. Here we go, just calls Kleza over.
Pocius for 3. Good. Martinez Pocius playing against the United States team that is coached by his college coach, Mike Krzyzewski at Duke. And Yaptokas gets the rebound. And the foul called on Odom. Should have pulled back. He's got 2 now. Note the first foul on Lamar Odom. I thought it was his second.
I'll make that 4 defensive rebounds now for Robertus Yaptokas.
Kalnietis for three. Off the rim. Good strong rebound from Odom. Up ahead quickly and the fast break ends with Kevin Durant. How quickly do they get into transition?
I made that 2 seconds from defensive rebound to the throwdown.
And inside to Kleza. Big, strong upper body. Kleza goes up. Lithuania back in front. Lithuania led the United States in their warm-up game, so Durant, oh, what quality he has. Drives right down the lane. He draws the foul on Yaptikas, and right now it's all about Kevin Durant. 9 points.
The Lithuanian zone disappeared then. They changed to a man-to-man, and that's why Yaptogas just left for dead slightly. His first foul.
I don't think there's any question if the USA go on and win this thing, you're looking at the tournament MVP. Kevin Durant, terrific. 10 points already against Lithuania. Pocius has it knocked away again by Iguodala, who's playing like a demon on defense. No look pass, and Kevin Durant is fouled by Machulis.
Yes, the quickness of the American defense that lead to fast breaks here.
Iguodala's been terrific. 2 steals already for Iguodala.
Well, the message that the Americans are sending is very, very clear. They're going to run. Quick hands. And already Durant piling in the points. 12 to him from 14.
It's probably the 12 fastest points he's scored at this FIBA World Championship. Kleza. Machulis. Yaptikas up top. Again, another turnover, this time forced by Billups. Quickly, here it goes. And Team USA has broken into front. They're leading at 16 to 11. Look how quick they get out on the fast break again. The steal and the flush from Iguodala.
It's all about turnovers from Lithuania at the moment. And the United States converting every time they make a steal.
Well, timeout, Lithuania. Long way to go. But a good reaction from the United States after a strong start from the Lithuanians. And those turnovers, points off turnovers, the United States so far 4, just 2 for Lithuania. Well, if the Americans don't win this world title, they will go to the FIBA Americas Championship for sure. They still could send a team, but they would need to go there to qualify for the Olympics. If they were to win this FIBA World Championship, they would qualify automatically for the London 2012 Games. Play resumes. Kalnietis.
No, I just wonder whether the coach Kamzura said, let's play in the half court.
Well, it's in that half court where they're turning the ball over. Defense from the USA as good as it's been the entire tournament. Pocius looks for an opening. Drives up strong, and the follow. And Yaptikas had the follow but missed it. Good penetration from Pocius. Now Odom backs down. Linus Kleza up to Iguodala. Steps in. And he misses. And over to Yaptikas. So he'd much rather the Americans be in the half court, that's for sure. Machulis. Short.
There was a hand on that shot as well. The Americans well aware of the threat.
What did Lithuania do against Argentina? Hit their first 8 3-pointers. Derrick Rose for 3. And good rebound from Pocius. He's about to get over his head.
Yeah, I think Lithuania just got to take a lot more off the shot clock every offense now.
And it goes. Kleza, and yet again, Iguodala with the quick hands, and it leads to an American fast break. Blocked by Maciulis, but the USA got it right back, and now the lead is 7. Good hustle from the USA to get down. And Kevin Durant now has 14 points, and he's come up with a steal almost. Well, Palis Yankunas comes in, as well as Tomas Delinikaitis for Lithuania, Simas Jositis, and Kevin Love is going to replace Lamar Odom, as well as Russell Westbrook, who had a great game the other night against Russia. He comes into the game for the United States. Rudy Gay also checking in. So both teams trying to keep bodies fresh.
Well, so far we've seen a fantastic exhibition of transition basketball coming off quick hands by the Americans.
Well, to be honest, Kevin Durant has 14 points, but to me the MVP is Iguodala. He has just been a monster on defense, and they're just taking him out of the game. Pocius from the corner. And strong rebound from Kevin Durant. Kevin Love getting a haircut. Kevin Durant. Oh, goodness. 17 points in the first quarter for Kevin Durant. He is on fire early here against the Lithuanians. And Yankunas fouled in the paint.
Kevin Westbrook just reached in on the bounce pass there.
Yep. Russell Westbrook. Maciulis pops out. Maciulis now drives. Boy, his shot was contested as well. Yankunas had the ball in his hands, but let it slip through. Maciulis saying box out, I think. But gosh, I mean, how many points is Kevin Durant going to score? He is just incredible. He feels that again, and he almost made it. If that had gone in, it would have brought the house down. Pocius. Back outside. Yankunas for three. Rims out. Good job from Maciulis. And the foul on Rudy Gay, battling with Maciulis for the rebound.
Rudy Gay looks in total astonishment at the call. So great discipline from the Americans. No questioning of the officials. There it is. There's Rudy Gay. Well, he's been shoved out, isn't he?
That's what Krzyzewski said. Durant knowing he almost had that. Krzyzewski said, you got to watch the guys that are trailing, because they'll pass it back outside, even to Yankunas, who's in now playing center. He missed the three. Here's Maciulis. Just 11 points in this first quarter for Lithuania.
And is this the first time they've been to the foul line with 1:25 to go? And only 1 from 2. Kleza back in.
So Kleza gives the hard-working Maciulis some time. Kind of a sagging man-to-man right now for Lithuania. Or is it a 2-3 now? No. And Westbrook comes in and missed the dunk. Westbrook loves to get in there and slam it home, but he's missed a few dunks in this tournament. And Linus Kleza, and Phillips chases down the board inside the final minute of the opening quarter.
Well, obviously the Americans scouted that Argentina-Lithuania game, and they've not given them anything from the outside.
Oh, nice move inside from Kevin Love. Now the lead has grown to 11 points. Ronaldo Sabudas, former MVP of the Under-21 FIBA World Championship in Argentina. Delanakaitis drives in. Good defense from Kevin Love. Russell Westbrook holds it up.
Yeah, Coach Shizuki said one shot.
Sabudas has a tough job on Billups. See if Kevin Durant pops out to take it. Nope, it's going to be Westbrook. Over to Kevin Love for three. So, excellent first quarter for the United States. They lead it 23 to just 12 for Lithuania. A marked contrast for Lithuania from that game against Argentina, when they were well on top early on.
Well, the Lithuanian captain, Robertas Djapkas, he's having a word with his players, trying to get some motivation in there. They came off looking very, very disillusioned. Well, Lithuania, amazingly, winning the rebounds, but they trail by 11 points. And it's all about transition from the Americans. So after the races, in at tries. Kevin Durant, 17 points. Wow, what a stats chart there.
So if he plays the whole game and he does that, how many points does he have? That's a lot of points.
This one shot so far.
Well, the dancing girls giving the Lithuanian fans something to smile about, because that man right there certainly hasn't. Kevin Durant, 17 points. Mike Krzyzewski with Jim Boeheim, Detriano beside him, Kęstutis Kędzura on the end of the Lithuanian bench. Timas Jusidis singled out as one of the danger men by Mike Krzyzewski. And Kleza goes in, and great defense again by Kevin Love. The ball goes out of bounds to America, and Kleza off to a rough start here.
The rebounds here and the hands of the Americans, they're so quick.
Kleza into the lane, and it goes to Jusidis into a cutting Yankunas.
Wow, great start to this period for the Lithuanians. Now it's only a 9-point game. Very intricate passing move there.
Sabudas comes to help out against Gordon, and great defense from Sabudas. Kleza into the corner, great hands from Rudy Gay. Defensively is where the United States is getting it done, and that's A-OK with Coach K.
Well, the one-handed pass there from Kleza, almost intercepted.
Back to live action here. Westbrook very active out top, and the steal already from the United States triggers it again, and it's Westbrook who soars in for the basket.
Lithuania getting a lesson in keep ball here. They can't keep it.
6 turnovers already. Kleza, 1 and out. Eric Gordon, the guard, with the rebound.
Well, Lithuania were 20 points up at half-time against Argentina, and the danger is that this could be exactly the reverse in the semi-final.
Rudy Gay on the baseline. Look at Love amongst the Lithuanians. And once again, Kevin Love showing his quality on the boards. It is almost freakish how well he rebounds. It's incredible. Kevin Durant. Oh, goodness. Unbelievable. 19 points for Kevin Durant.
And he's not just playing at one end of the court either.
Sabutis. Good hands from Eric Gordon.
And Sabutis shows the referee's arm. There's a semblance of a bruise on Sabutis' arm there.
Kevin Love out. Now Lamar Odom back in. Makes you wonder how much the United States confidence grew, or how confident they are because they beat Lithuania in the friendly. Kleza for three. He just can't get it to go tonight. Couldn't miss against Argentina. Argentina watching this game and thinking, hey, you guys made everything against us. Westbrook dumps it to Lamar Odom, and great board work. Was it Odom or Gay?
I think it was Rudy Gay got the final tap. Still an age to go, and it's a 15-point margin.
Yep, Yosaitis steps in. One shot, over it goes, up ahead. They look to Durant, and great defense getting back there by Kaunietis. In fact, Odom got that last basket now. They've given it to him. 15-point lead. Durant up at the top on the defensive end. He reaches in and commits the foul.
And Kevin Durant wants the perfect game. Very unhappy that he committed a foul there. Just reached in. There we go. Yeah, just left his arm out.
Tough call on Kevin Durant. Goes to the bench.
And the way he's playing, he's pretty unhappy at being subbed out. Actually, he wants to stay in there. Look at the defense.
Sabutis gets in the line, and offensive or foul on Yankunas for pushing off, trying to rebound.
Wow, what a difference 48 hours makes. Lithuania, nothing is dropping this evening, whereas everything they threw up against Argentina went swish.
So Yaptik back into the game, as well as Pocius for Lithuania. Iguodala, and he was fouled. Iguodala.
The foul, Simas Yosaitis just lent in.
Westbrook for three. Short. Pocius with the rebound. Of course, eventually something's going to have to go down for Lithuania. And almost a turnover. Good defense from Eric Gordon. Pocius, tough shot for him, but he hits a three. So it's back to a 12-point game. 6 points for Pocius, both of them on three-pointers.
Well, Lithuania came back from 17 behind in a group game, so it is possible. But then again, they weren't playing the Americans then.
Gordon frees himself for three. No good. Good hustle from the Americans, but Kleza comes away with it. Kaunietis now. Goes right down the middle, and great defense yet again. This time, Eric Gordon reaching in and knocking it off of
Yeah, Lithuania somewhat bereft of patience at the moment. Can't get it all back in one or two offenses.
7 turnovers for Lithuania. And Durant back in for the United States. So not that much mercy being shown right now. Oh, bounce pass to Iguodala and has a chance for a three-point play. And Kimzura's up on his feet. Give and go.
You so rarely see such a simple play at this level of basketball, but give and go, poor defense from the Lithuanians. Your man passes the ball, you step back.
Iguodala's free throw, no good. So the lead is 14. Yeftikas backs up Odom. And he's fouled by Iguodala.
And only the second team foul halfway through this second period.
And you can read his lips, all ball.
All ball, forearm included. Now Lithuania just need to show a little bit of poise here. We've got to chip away. Yeah, Coach Kemzura very, very complimentary about the role that his captain Robertas Yaptugas played in that game against Argentina. And the big guy's got to show something like that here as well.
I think that must be the wife of one of the Lithuanian players. Oh, that was an air ball from Yaptugas.
Well, if he doesn't hit anything, then it's a violation. That's just giving the ball away. But Lithuania, over the years, over the decades, they've been a team of fighters. And they've got to show that now.
Well, what Kemzura said the other night, as we look at Billups missed the three, is you can beat us, but you can't destroy us. For a while there, it looked like they were going to be destroyed, however. Machulis hands it back off to Pocius. Derrick Rose against Pocius. The dump to Yeftikas. And he puts up the left-handed hook and getting some offense from the big fella tonight. Back to an 11-point game. And Rose thinks about going in and brings it back out. Kevin Durant, open.
The guy's human. Now, I just wonder whether we'll see a timeout from Coach K here. If Lithuania score again, it's only 11.
Machulis thought about making the bounce pass, but Kleza fell down. Kalnietis over to Pocius. Gets Billups off his feet and draws the foul. And I just wonder maybe if he could have put up a three, he might have actually gotten 3 free throws. So Billups foul. The Americans go to the bench. It's a timeout by Mike Krzyzewski as Lithuania now trying to get their deficit under 10 points.
Well, it feels as though, and it is actually the case, that the Americans are absolutely pulverizing Lithuania at the moment, but it's still only 11 points. Now, if they can get it back to single figures by half-time, as we've said so many times in this tournament, if they can hang around, then there's a possibility. Remember, Lithuania have come back from big deficits before in this tournament.
And then that bad shooting percentage starts to improve a little bit. Some of those threes will start to fall, but the USA defense, I think that's been the story of the game, particularly in the first quarter. And for my money, the leader of that effort was Andre Iguodala. He was phenomenal.
Well, I always tell young players that a turnover can be worth 4 points or even 6 points. You give the ball away, you can't score, but they can. And 6-2 in steals, that's the story of the game. That's where the 11 points have come from. Now Lithuania will come out of the timeout with possession, with 4:20 to go in the first half, and they trail, but only by 11. And the only player really on the Lithuanian side who's got into the game so far, Robertas Yaptugas, number 15, the captain.
Well, Pocius has played quite well, but It's also interesting that we've got Kleza on the floor and his Denver Nuggets teammate, Chauncey Billups. I just remembered that one. Oh, bounce pass to Pocius. Lost his footing and had to put up a bad shot. Now Billups. Durant hands it off to Iguodala. The USA pushing the ball around on the perimeter, and Derrick Rose overshot it. Now it's Kalnietis. This is where the Lithuanians are better. Pocius for three. Good!
It's only 8 now.
Well, Coach K's seen that before. He used to do it at Cameron Indoor Stadium. And in it goes to Lamar Odom, and the fight, and the ball goes out, back to Odom, and he scores it over Kalnietis. Back to a 10-point advantage. Kimzura shouting his instructions. Kleza. And 3 fouls now on Andre Iguodala, who, for my money, is the best defensive player out there right now. That's a very tough call on him, but Kleza needing to get going. He's going to try anything. Well, he definitely left his feet and jumped up as contact was made, so I think the referee's making a good call there.
Smart player, Kleza. Went for the foul, had no chance of scoring. There was no and one situation there possible, but he may get 2 from the line.
As good as the USA have looked, just 3 points today for Kleza so far. As good as they've looked, they still only lead now by 8 points. So that has to be encouraging for the Lithuanians.
It just feels as though it's been all one-way traffic so far.
I mean, surely the United States need to go to Durant here. And Billups drives in. The rebound, good strong rebound from Russell Westbrook. He's cut off. Good D from Kleza. Up ahead he goes to Kalnietis. Great hustle from Westbrook. What a block from Russell Westbrook. Terrific getting back on defense.
Wow, what a sequence of play.
Unbelievable. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. One of the plays of the tournament without question. And that is really going to give the USA a lift. Russell Westbrook soars in for the block. And now he's trying to go to the other end. What an explosive player on both ends of the floor. Good. Watch this. Watch this. What a great block. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, all ball. And I seem to remember he was on his backside about 3 seconds before that. And then the other end.
Excellent play from Russell Westbrook. And he's a player who has become much more prominent in this USA setup since the Russia game, when he came on and really impressed.
It's back to 10.
Russell Westbrook on Kalnietis. And Kleza. Well, he was short. Once again, he just did not miss that shot against Argentina. Bounce pass. Oh. And
Pocius is hurt.
Well, Pocius really left his feet to make sure they were not going to give that one away. And his wife is in here watching. And Kevin Durant goes over to make sure he's okay. Watch this. He goes up over. Whoa, that is a dangerous play. I mean, that is about as dangerous as it becomes.
But what a great fake from Kevin Durant.
Well, it was either fake it and get killed or fake it and let somebody else get hurt.
Well, you don't often throw a fake and 2 players take it.
Well, 10-point deficit for Pocius and Lithuania. But I think that play just shows how hard they're playing, really.
Well, Kevin Durant, 19 points. Linus Kleza, 3. And you can say the 2 top scorers for these 2 teams. And there's the difference. Linus Kleza at the moment.
Just 1 of 7 from the floor.
Cannot buy a bucket.
But I think we've seen enough from Lithuania to know that they're gonna hang around. But goodness me, I mean, some of the plays that we've seen tonight for the United States, especially from Durant, from Westbrook, and from Iguodala, anybody that's watching this game has to say that this USA team is the team to beat here at the FIBA World Championship.
Yeah, I fully concur with that, but on the other hand, any team other than Lithuania, and they would probably be 25 points behind now. But this gritty team from the Baltic states, they don't know when they're beaten. 20 points to Kevin Durant, and we're not even at half-time.
Yep, just not even close. Doesn't hit the rim, doesn't hit anything. It's just ripping the nets every time. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Eric Gordon back in, has been playing some good D, as is now Odom on Yaptikas. Yaptikas wants to take Odom, and a quick shot, short. Machulis. And Eric Gordon for three, and ends up in the hands of Russell Westbrook. Lithuanians battling each other for the rebound.
Yeah, Yaptika's got a hand on that rebound, and just unfortunately for him, put it into the hands of Russell Westbrook.
Back to 14 points. Biggest lead of the game for the USA has been 15 points. Pochus, strong move. Durant with the rebound. Back it goes to Durant now. Billups left wide open for three. And an escape for Lithuania.
Yeah, they got within 8. It's back to 14. Glazer inside.
Gets blocked. Again, what defense from Odom now. And it doesn't matter who it is. Whoever's wearing the red, white, and blue, the white jerseys tonight, they're playing great defense.
Well, Lithuania got the rebound, but within 3 seconds, a shot went up, and guess what? An American rebound. That's not good clock management.
Durant for three, and that is the biggest lead of the game.
That's a 6-point turnaround.
17 points is the lead, and Kevin Durant has 24 in the game.
Differential of 4 seconds between game and shot clock, and now Lithuania have to hold. They don't want this lead to grow anymore.
Pochus drives in, great defense again, but Billups called for the foul by the Finnish referee.
Billups is annoyed, looks at the ball and says, I think I got it all.
One block from Odom, 2 blocks from Odom. And keeps it alive on the glass. That's the type of intensity, the type of determination the United States are showing, and it's forced Lithuania to call a timeout. Yaptikas and the men from the Baltics have to go to the bench to talk it over with Coach Kemzura. Well, 3-point shooting tonight for both teams, not brilliant. But I know who's been making them all for the United States. Kevin Durant, 3 of 7. It's hard to believe he's actually 3 of 7 from three-point range. It seems like he's made almost everything he's put up, Kevin Durant. 8 of 12 from the floor, 24 points.
I'm trying to cast my mind back to those 4 shots he's missed.
I think I can remember one. 8 of 12 from the floor overall. So he's missed 4 threes.
12 seconds remaining of the first half, and it's a 17-point lead with Lithuania, thankfully for them, on the foul line.
Yep, Pochus makes the first one, but 12 seconds remaining, and the United States, you would guess, would have the last shot. Substitution here. Yasitis comes into the game. Poshas takes a seat. So Billups brings it up, guarded by Kaunietis. Both teams in the bonus. Westbrook drives in. Tough shot for him. Good. They've got time to get a shot off maybe. And Maciulis off the backboard in the rim. But it's all Team USA here in Istanbul. They lead in this semifinal against Lithuania behind 24 points from Kevin Durant. They lead it 42-27.
A wonderful example of how to spring a fast break from terrific defense from the United States. Great hands, great footwork, great communication.
But the rebounding, Lithuania doing a good job, although they were leading that earlier on. United States coming back. The block shots, 4 for the United States, 2 for Lithuania.
6-4 in steals, but I suspect that the Americans have converted most of those steals. Kevin Durant.
24. In other words, most of the points in that USA team are coming from one man, KD.
Yeah, United States are in a Kevin Durant-induced comfort zone at the moment, and Lithuania have got to take them out of that. I don't care if every spectator in this arena is bored to death, but slow it down. Do not let the lead grow, and if you can make it a single-figure deficit, then you can win. But if it carries on like this, the United States are going to run into something like a 40-45 point victory margin, and if it gets that big, then I'm afraid it's curtains for Lithuania. If they can keep it close and stop Durant having the ball, even a box and one, anything, just to throw him out of his comfort zone, then you never know. But if you want to play a run and gun game with the Americans, then you take what punishment comes.
Chauncey Billups starts it off. I'm sure the Lithuanians would rather Chauncey shoot it right now than Kevin Durant. Chauncey misses that shot. Don't think he's made one from 3 tonight. Yaptikas out to Maciulis from the corner, and he drains it. A tough shot for him, but he made it. Chauncey Billups 0 of 5 tonight, 0 of 4 from 3-point range.
Now, Lithuania, don't let Kevin Durant get the ball. Make him go and find it.
Derrick Rose into the lane. Well, there was contact, no call. He had somebody hanging on him. Poshas quickly tries to go reverse, and Odom was there, ill-advised.
You can't take this American team on 1-on-5, I'm afraid.
Iguodala into the lane. Over to Odom. Open Odom. And look who hustles down for the rebound. Iguodala. Billups. Iguodala. Back to Odom. Spin move and scores, and a chance for a 3-point play. And all because Andre Iguodala out-hustled the Lithuanians for that rebound.
And that has not been said too many times. Lithuania do not get out-hustled ever, except in this particular circumstance here in Turkey. The other night against Argentina, they wanted the ball, they were hungry. They've come up against a very much hungrier team tonight. So, after a good start by Lithuania, it's back where we were.
Well, these American players, don't forget, a lot of them wanting to impress and also to try to make the Olympic team. Yaptikas goes up and in. Obviously, they want to win the world title, their first world title since 1994. But possibly a place in that Olympic team, with Colangelo saying we'll probably take half of this team and half of the last Olympic team. Billups comes up top. Now he drives in and is denied. And Billups is having a nightmare offensively. Maciulis.
That's it, back it out.
I would back it out whenever Iguodala is in my way. The guy is playing like he's possessed tonight on defense. He is unbelievable. Here comes Kaunietis in great play by Chauncey Billups. Reaches in, knocks the ball off of Kaunietis, and I think the referee was right on it.
And Coach Kemzura is absolutely incensed. Yep.
That's a couple of times that Kaunietis is driven into the lane. Once it was from Eric Gordon coming from behind. That time it was Chauncey Billups. And Eric Gordon is back in for Rose.
But how many times has that happened, Jeff? The Lithuanians just haven't got the message that I think they've done that 6 or 7 times now and lost the ball. You cannot go coast to coast against this team.
Eric Gordon, bounce pass in, Poshas quickly down, brings it up. Maciulis, spin move, and look at Iguodala yet again. Iguodala is everywhere.
Well, we've been talking about the transition game of the Americans on offense, but they get back so quickly on defense.
Linus Kleza drives in. Nope, but Yatsikas, thank goodness for Lithuania, is there, and it's an 11-point lead for the USA. Kleza just can't get it going tonight. Durant.
Oh, that's out of bounds.
Finally takes a bad shot, Kevin Durant. Kaunietis. And yet again, Billups.
Do that.
It's how they play. They just can't extricate it from the way they like to play. Gordon from long range, and it ends up being a 5-point swing.
Lithuania have the ball, and they lose it, and the Americans score. As you say, a 5 or even 6-point swing.
Poshas drives in, and the foul on Chauncey Billups. Not all of the Americans are playing well offensively tonight, but all of the Americans are playing well defensively tonight.
No question.
When your offense isn't there, at least your defense is there. Chauncey's coming out and is replaced by Russell. I swatted his shot in the first half. Westbrook. Maybe the best defensive play in this tournament. Maciulis takes it, brings it back out. Maciulis for 3. Good. Well, Lithuania are showing signs of heating up, but so are the Americans. See if Maciulis allows Eric Gordon to get open again. Iguodala. Fouled by Maciulis.
And Maciulis diplomatically agrees with the official.
3 fouls on him.
Yeah, Kemzura saying, why is it shots? Yeah, the ball was being dribbled, ref. Jeff, I've got Iguodala down as 6'6".
That's about right.
He looks
a very muscular 6'6", 6'7". He plays for the Philadelphia 76ers. He could quite easily, I think, play for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wide receiver. Kaunietis. Oh, picked off by Eric Gordon. And he goes in for the, and he missed the dunk. Eric Gordon tried to showboat it. And now that could lead to a big swing, and it does. A couple of dunks. And now Eric Gordon's got inside his head that Coach K is going to be you-know-what.
Now Lithuania learned from that. It's only 10 points.
Kevin Durant surrounded. Eric Gordon brings it back out. Iguodala. Inside to Lamar Odom.
Well, you just sense that the majority of the crowd here are willing Lithuania on. They would love to see a great comeback here. Look at the defense again from the Americans.
Well, Poshas, again, Westbrook. I think this American team has grown on a lot of people, though. I think that they've come over here and proved they mean business. Well, we've got a timeout on the floor. 4:59 remaining in the third quarter as Eric Gordon goes to the bench after his missed dunk. Get it out of your head, Eric. It doesn't matter. United States lead it by 12 here in the semifinals of the FIBA World Championship. Coach K certainly didn't like that one.
Well, Lithuania now hitting from the outside as well, 6 from 15. Just remember they hit 8 from 8.
For the statistical anoraks, once again, the assist to turnover ratio. I mean, the turnovers for Lithuania were a problem in the first half. They've improved a little bit here. Delinikaitis, Yasaitis, Jankunas have come in for Lithuania. Out of that timeout, Pocha stays in, as does Kleza, and Kleza misses badly. Oh, how they would love for him to get on track.
Interesting stat in this second half. Kevin Durant has not added to his 24 points yet, but then again, neither has Linus Kleza for Lithuania.
But how ironic is it that Lithuania's most high-profile player, Kleza, because of his NBA deal, he's going back to Denver, hasn't had a good game against an NBA, basically an NBA team.
Yeah, Kleza had a bad EuroLeague final as well. Got 3 offensive fouls very, very quickly against Barcelona.
Here Gordon penetrates, and Odom wasn't able to convert.
An air ball.
Good defense from Rudy Gay, forces the turnover. And now the referee at the other end comes and says, good call.
Yeah, Brazilian referee agreeing with his Slovenian colleague.
I don't know why. Look at this. Odom just kind of lost it. I thought there was a foul, but he just lost it. Westbrook into the lane. Elevates and rebound by Yasaitis. And he gets it up quickly to Pochas. And I like the fact that Eric Gordon has been left in the game by Coach K to play, to get that missed dunk out of his system. Delinikaitis, bounce pass. Over to Yasaitis. And Yasaitis wide open. And once again, the entire nation of Argentina says, why not against us? Durant for 3, good!
First score of the half for Durant. And every shot that the Lithuanians take is being contested. And that's the difference. They weren't contested against Argentina. There's a hesitancy about every Lithuanian shot now.
Well, they were definitely contested early on. Yasaitis was wide open the last time. Pochas for 3. And that had a tired look about it. Odom up ahead. Durant over to Rudy Gay for the two-handed dunk. And the Americans are on top again by 17.
What a special pass there from Kevin Durant. So unselfish. Lovely bounce pass inside. Oh.
And now the misread, the turnover, and the American defense, the American fast breaks. It's taken over 13 points off turnovers for the United States. This was a rebound and a quick pass up the floor. And Tadas Klimavicius in Lithuania can't bear to look.
Well, it seems like 2 minutes ago it was a 10-point game. Now it's 17.
And it goes to Kevin Love, who is blocked and fouled this time by Machulis, I believe. So that'll be his 4th. Nope, Simas Yasaitis picks up the foul. Well, their biggest lead is 17, so if he makes these, it's a new high for the United States against Lithuania, who, don't forget, are undefeated at this FIBA World Championship. This is a battle of unbeatens.
And still, the American pressure relentless.
Jasovicius has come into the game for Lithuania. Lietuvos Rytas star, or youngster. Here he is. He can score. Delinikaitis pulls up for three. Good. Well, he could have handed it off to Jasovicius, but took it himself. Delinikaitis. Big basket for him. But Kevin Durant left open. And look at Kevin Love. It's a story of two Kevins. Kevin Love keeps it alive, but goes over to Lithuania. And Delinikaitis feels it and hits again. Now it's back down to 14 points.
It just seems though Lithuania have to keep climbing back up that mountain. They get within 10, then it's 17, now it's 14. And can they put a stop on now?
Gordon into the lane. And tough pass from Gordon to Rudy Gay.
And a rare moment of dissent there between the American players and the coaching staff.
Yep. Jim Boeheim getting up and telling Rudy Gay he has to turn to catch it.
The fans of Lithuania still believe.
Jasovicius for three!
Back to 11. Now 1:47 to go in the third period. Defense is the name of the game now, Lithuania.
Rudy Gay goes against Mačiulis. Hands it off to Kevin Love on the interior. He's surrounded by Lithuania. Starting to look like the Lithuania.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. The Lithuania that played defensively against Argentina. And Coach K is going to get a timeout to talk about it. It happens oh so quickly. The United States getting up to their biggest lead, and suddenly Lithuania have the ball down by 11. That's what the three-point shots will do for you. Delinikaitis goes down and hits the three, then he hits the banker, and then Jasovicius comes down and pops the three. Look at the Lithuanian shooting.
Remember, this Lithuanian effort to get back to within 11 is without Linas Kleiza. Coach Kemzura recognizes the guy's having a nightmare. Take him out. Someone else can do the job. The Lithuanian fans still believe.
13 points for the United States off that great defensive pressure. Almost have to wonder if we need to see Iguodala come back out for the USA. Well, Kevin Durant is in the lineup now.
I think he spent 2 minutes on the bench, didn't he?
When in doubt, put Kevin back in.
.134 to go in the third. Lithuania trail the United States by 11.
Mačiulis. Jankunas is in now. Jasovicius. Oh. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Kemzura is losing it because it looked like it went off the Americans. And quite rightly, he's upset. And the referee's going to do a great job by coming over and telling him to calm down. Watch this. Jasovicius goes in. Swatted. The ball was right on the rim, and I'm fairly certain that was the hand of Rudy Gay, but, you know, you can't make all the right calls. Tough call against Lithuania.
But Coach Kemzuras has seen about 6 of those go against him.
Durant right at the line. Well, that was a big call. And the United States back up on top by 13. Delinikaitis fouled while shooting the jumper by Russell Westbrook. I thought to myself, why didn't he just go to the basket? But he decided to stop and pop. But you know, a point about the officiating, Roy, I remember against Russia, the United States had a clear fast break, which they called away, and the Russians ended up benefiting. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. 10-point game now. 3-point play by Delinikaitis, who has really sparked Lithuania. Durant now off the front of the rim, and Westbrook with the long rebound. Great play from Russell Westbrook. Quickly to the other end, Jankunas. Well, you don't see that very often. The USA get beat back on defense.
That's the first time the transition defense of the Americans has not been there.
Back to a 10-point game. The Lithuanians believe.
So do the fans.
Westbrook hands it off to Kevin Durant. And the American superstar dribbles into the lane, has it knocked away. It's inside to Kevin Love. What a terrific shot by Kevin Love. Now to Lininakaitis and Eric Gordon. Terrific play by Eric Gordon. He has got great hands on defense.
And Lininakaitis there, adamant that he had his arms taken away. And Rudy Gay comes out.
Iguodala is back into the game. And Rudy Gay takes a seat.
5 seconds in the third.
Yasitis looks for the opening. Just ambitious, they've left him open. He can hit the three. Good rebound, and America chases it down. It's Westbrook. So the Americans dodge one right at the end. It's a 12-point game. A long way to go in this one. But Lithuania falling behind by as many as 19 points have cut it back to 12 here with 10 minutes remaining.
Well, Lithuania won that period, albeit by 3. You take out their turnovers, and they could be well and truly in this game. They still are, but it's a big task to come back from 12 behind.
The difference is the three-point shooting for Lithuania. 8 of 20 from three-point range now. At halftime, they were 3 of 12. Well, it's like a jungle out there. Lithuania's fans, hey, in the Baltics, they're used to these types of games. You see some crazy things happen in the sport of basketball in Lithuania, and they're hoping that they're going to see something crazy tonight.
A lot of little things mean a big target or a big situation here for the Americans. They've had so many balls just deviated, just knocked onto a Lithuanian knee and got out of bounds. They've seen so many little steals off offensive rebounds by Lithuanians, and that's the difference at the moment. 12 points.
But Kevin Durant with 29 points leads the Americans in scoring. Nobody else, oh no, sorry, Lamar Odom also in doubles with 11. Machulis steps up and hits it. It's not. It's a 10-point game. Left wide open to Iguodala for 3. And fouled, shooting the three-pointer. 4 fouls. That's a big play right there. Iguodala gets a chance to shoot 3 free throws. And good call by the ref.
Coach's nightmare, dumb foul. Stepped underneath him, didn't allow him to land, and gave the Americans what should be 3 easy points. Just the little things like that.
Machulis went to help him up, but the act of what he did, Iguodala didn't want his help. His American teammates got him up off the floor. Well, he was short on that one. Kleza is going to come back into the game. Linus Kleza has had a nightmare tonight, just 4 points on 1 of 10 shooting.
That's a big call now for Coach Kemzura to put Kleza back in there. He's been forcing a couple of shots.
But he's going to come in from Machulis, so they escape just 1 of 3, and it's 11-point game now. Jasovicius. Machulis for 3. Good rebound, Eric Gordon. Chauncey Billups. Over to Gordon. Back to Billups. Billups puts up is it finally going to go? Yes, it is. Chauncey Billups finally makes a shot, and it's a big one because it takes the lead back to 14 points. Jasovicius hands it off to Yaptikas, and Yaptikas puts it up. Good play by Lithuania in response. Long way to go. Cross court to Eric Gordon. Machulis. Lamar Odom left wide open, drives in, has it blocked. And could be a 3-second. No, Chauncey Billups goes in. Good board work from Lamar Odom. The lead is 14.
The Lithuania just cannot get it back to single figures.
Jasovicius for 3. Good! Well, he can put it up. That's what he's made his reputation on with Rytas playing in Vilnius.
Still 8 minutes remaining.
Eric Gordon. Now Iguodala passes up the jumper, and foul called on Lamar Odom. And he agrees with the referee. And Jasovicius helps up the NBA champion from the Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm not sure the American coaching team agree with that call, though. Both Jim Boeheim and Coach K up on their feet to contest that one. Now, Linus Kleiser back in for Lithuania. He scored 18 points in the last period in a EuroLeague game this season.
Here we go, here we go. He had his hand on Deleninikaitis' shoulder, but when you're scrapping for the ball, sometimes you let those things go. Yasitis for 3, short, big time. But it's Jasovicius who has the ball back. It's really Deleninikaitis and Jasovicius who have been doing the business. For 3, well long, Odom with the board. Kevin Durant puts it up. Iguodala with the rebound. Lithuania, sagging man. Deleninikaitis. Fouled before the shot, I believe.
It should be well before, yeah, out of bounds USA. And Russell Westbrook back in, replacing Eric Gordon.
Well, Westbrook was the difference maker in the first half. In the second quarter, he had that amazing block shot. And Chauncey getting a little bit too fancy with that entry pass. Now they have a chance to get it inside single digits, or into single digits. Jasovicius. Yaptikas didn't even think about the 3. Deleninikaitis, tough 3 for him. Surely they've got to have a better shot than that. Billups. Odom penetrates and fouled by Yaptikas.
Robertis Yaptikas there picks up the foul, and you cannot say anything other than what a fantastic effort this man Yaptikas has put in.
Well, timeout on the floor. Yaptikas goes to the bench with 3 fouls, and Kenzura going to discuss strategy. And the United States will also talk to their players. It's an 11-point advantage. But the interesting thing is the USA haven't been able to run away with it.
Yeah, what Lithuania have got to do is think, where did this 11-point surge come from? Where did they get those? Where did they get away from us? And basically it was a terrific defense of the Americans and a couple of unforced errors by the Lithuanians in that first half. And I have to say, sadly, Linus Kleiser, more often than not, the guilty man.
So Kleza, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers. He's got a couple of steals. But the big one is just 1 of 10 shooting for Kleza.
Double-double there, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Lamar Odom, NBA champion. And we can see why. And he's just putting himself back together again for these 2 foul shots.
Well, Lamar Odom misses the first. He has 13 points and 10 rebounds. That's all you need to know about his effort tonight, as well as 3 blocks. A game high 3 blocks for Lamar Odom. So he definitely brought his A game tonight. Gosh, he missed both of them. Good job boxing out by Kleza.
Let's go back 12 years, Jeff. The Americans were in a similar situation against Russia in the semi-final in Greece. Big lead, and they blew it.
Well, Kleza having a nightmare. And Iguodala with the dunk.
Kleza apologizes, and it's back to 13.
Poches back into the game, drives in and scores. He kind of sneaks in there. Good play by Martinez Poches. Well, they had a few chances to get it into single-digit deficit, but haven't been able to do it. Now Iguodala. Can the Americans continue to punish him? 5:40 remaining. The semifinal of the FIBA World Championship. Kevin Durant. Money. And it goes, the dunk by Yaptikas. And he hang on to the rim. Watch this. Nice pass from Poches.
Great explosion from the Lithuanian captain.
Durant now goes right back and puts up the soft J and scores, and he knows no bounds. This man's offensive skills, his shooting, he's unstoppable. Kevin Durant. Entry pass, and it goes, and good block from Russell Westbrook.
Beautifully executed pick and roll there for Lithuania, but the shot was blocked. Kleza now defending against Kevin Durant.
Durant goes to work. Back out again, little fade, and the follow by Russell Westbrook. He wasn't boxed out, and he goes to the free throw line. And now the clock is definitely the enemy of this Lithuanian team. This undefeated team that surprised everybody here at the FIBA World Championship. Maybe their dream is coming to an end.
Well, the question was asked in Eurobasket 2011 next year, will they bring back the likes of the Lavrinovic twins? And the answer was, well, the kids we got here have done a great job, and you can't argue with that.
But that said, I think he'll probably leave it open. They couldn't play this year because of injuries. Westbrook takes it back to a 15-point advantage. Lithuania need points, and they need them quickly. Westbrook going for the steal. Yankunas. Kleza. Nope, it's not happening for Linus Kleza. Having a nightmare, and Kenzura's going to leave him in.
And it's difficult to see where Kleza's nightmare has come from, because the Americans haven't paid special attention to him at all.
10 on the shot clock. Phillips over to Kevin Durant. He hits it, and that takes it back to an 18-point lead, and that may have just done it.
Is that 36 points to Durant?
36 points, 8 rebounds as well for Kevin Durant.
Well, it's an 18-point lead now for the United States. A last possible chance for Lithuania. They've called a timeout, just under 4 to go. but it's probably gone. And the likes of Serbia and Turkey taking note, especially of the United States, number 5, Kevin Durant, 36 points.
And it isn't over. He could be looking at a 40-point night before it's over. 7 of 23 from three-point range for the United States, and Kevin Durant is 5 of 11. So he has 5 of their 7 three-pointers. Lithuania, I think, were about 8 of 17 from three-point range, and now they're 9 of 25. So they have really gone ice cold from long range.
Coach Kemzura has taken Glazer out. He'll have better games. Yeah, 1 or 2 Lithuanian fans resigned now, I think. And still the pressure relentless.
Well, Michulis in, Glazer out, just doesn't have it tonight. Lennis Glazer.
Foul Chauncey Billups, I think. Yeah,
it was indeed. He might be out of here. Let me see. Nope, he's got 4 now. 4 fouls on Chauncey Billups. He's played good defense tonight overall. Hasn't provided too much offense.
That's only the 2nd team foul against the U.S.
Kalnietis for 3. Back to 15. It's a long three-pointer.
Well, they say he was in the Lithuanian team as a replacement for Šarūnas Jasikevičius.
Well, he's Westbrook at the free throw line, and the rebound.
Oh.
Odom challenged.
Odom diplomatically applauds the official.
Almost a turnover. Pocius fouled by Odom.
Odom a little bit embarrassed there that he actually took the fake. There you go.
He kind of stuck his leg in there. So it's a 15-point game. Lithuania need a 3, and they need it quickly. Desidis. Kalnietis. Michulis. Short.
Already out of bounds before the hustle.
Such a bad shot that it didn't hit anything.
That's what good defense gets you, though. Doubt in the mind of the shooter. Is it going to be blocked? Go on, Kevin. Let's get 40 points.
Durant goes right at Michulis, and that's a 3, and it's good. And he now has 39 points. Truly one of the great performances at this FIBA World Championship. Kevin Durant now. And good strong drive from Kalnietis. And Mike Krzyzewski wants to get a timeout with his team leading by 15.
Yeah, Coach K leaving nothing to chance. Still just over 2 minutes to go. It's been done before to come from 15 points behind to win in such a short time, but rarely against the team of the quality of the United States. Andre Iguodala there, saluting his teammates.
Yep. Iguodala, maybe the best, maybe the most important player in this U.S. team other than Kevin Durant tonight because of his defense. Iguodala with a game-high 4 steals.
Lithuania have scored 30 points from behind the arc, and 1 less than that inside the paint. Maybe that Coach Kemzura resigned to the fact that he's going to be playing for the bronze medal against the losers of Serbia, Turkey.
Well, it's not over yet, but I suspect, and now we're going to see Curry and Chandler come into the game. Probably not so much tactical as it's a chance to get these guys a run. Stephen Curry, guarded by Pocius. Davidson going against Duke. Now Westbrook. It's UCLA and the Bruin. The high flyer from Oklahoma City, the Thunderous dunk, or the layup. And I believe that's probably going to be about it. 17 points to lead now for Team USA. Durant, he's going to go over 40. Nope, he missed it. Yankunas. Kaunietis. And he was short as well, just like Machulis.
Again, the shot was just slightly blocked.
Well, it's been a brilliant FIBA World Championship for both of these teams, but tonight, only one of them is going to be still undefeated, and it's going to be that team right there, the team in white, Team USA, and Kevin Durant gets it back, up it goes. They tried for the alley-oop.
And Coach K cancels the timeout.
Steph Curry wants to set up the offense, and Steph takes the three. Good! 89-69. He's only played 1 minute, and he's already hit a three-pointer. Danny Granger now coming in for Kevin Durant, who's going to come out. He's only got 38 points, in fact. Not 39, 38. And he gets a huge ovation here from this crowd, appreciating the great performance. Yankunas. Yasitis. He hits a three with 28.9 seconds remaining. I'm sure Coach K is only going to have good things to say about this Lithuania, but...
Well, they've lived with the United States for the second half, but the damage was done. 15-point halftime lead.
Westbrook turns it over. Over to Yasitis. And Russell Westbrook fouls Yasitis. But I think what you have to say is it's a good thing, first of all, that Kevin Durant made the journey to Turkey for Team USA. And you also have to say it's a good thing the Americans came to play defense tonight, because that's been the recipe for their victory. A sensational performance from Durant and a sensational performance by the Andre Iguodala-led and Lamar Odom-led defense.
That's it. I also think you have to say well done to Lithuania. I think they probably overachieved in this tournament. I'm not sure whether they honestly expected to get to the semi-finals, but this is their first defeat. So they're now in the bronze medal game. But wow, what a performance from the United States and Kevin Durant in particular.
Absolutely, that man right there probably just one win away from being voted MVP of the FIBA World Championship at the ripe old age of 21.
What a future the guy's got ahead of him.
Lithuanian fans making sure they give their team a big send-off. Linus Kleza had a struggle tonight, but it's the team in white saluting their fans, saying thank you to everyone who's turned up to watch in the Sinan Erdem Dome. The United States win it, 89-74. They now await the winner of Serbia's game against host Turkey